Hello everyone, welcome to the Film Recaps, and today I'm going to explain a science fiction action film called The Guardians. Be ready for some spoilers ahead. During the Cold War, a secret organization known as the Patriots conducted human experiments to strengthen the country's military. Each selected volunteer was granted a unique superhuman ability, such as becoming invisible, transforming into an animal, or controlling rocks, to give them an advantage over their enemies. Currently, government representatives are witnessing the demonstration of several autonomous fighter robots showcasing their ability to identify and instantly destroy a designated target to eliminate human instability and unpredictability. These robots are exceptionally fast and efficient, enabling them to evade enemy attacks with ease. Suddenly, the robots begin moving on their own, and they advance toward the control room and launch missiles, killing all the representatives inside. Shortly after, a cyborg named Kuratov appears, revealing that he was the one controlling the fighter robots. Following this catastrophic event, the Ministry of Defense holds an emergency meeting where the general reveals that Kuratov was responsible for the Patriots project. The program was highly successful, leading one of Kuratov's colleagues to initiate a second project called Module 1A system, designed to enable remote control of all vehicles without physical contact. However, Module 1 was a complete failure. Kuratov and his colleague were forced to shut it down, but driven by ambition, Kuratov stole the research findings of the renowned Professor Golbanov. He then secretly conducted a series of genetic experiments, using innocent people as test subjects, resulting in their deaths. The military eventually decided to apprehend him in his laboratory. Kuratov hid in a room and attempted to assemble a bomb, causing a huge explosion. However, he survived as his body was exposed to powerful chemicals, so he gained immense strength and ultimately transformed into a cyborg. With his newfound abilities, he succeeded in completing the Module 1 project, granting him full control over vehicles. The general explains that the only way to defeat Kuratov is to locate and convince the superhumans from the Patriots project to help them. So Major Elena Larina is assigned to lead the mission. She enters the Patriots control room and immediately orders her team to track down every superhuman from the project. Before the general departs, he names the team of superhumans the Guardians. Meanwhile, Kuratov arrives at a warehouse storing military vehicles. Using his powers, he activates and controls the trucks without touching them, preparing to build his own army. The team conducts an extensive search through databases, social media, and unusual reports. Gradually, they recover data and manage to locate the superhumans one by one. Elena and her team first head to a hidden church where she confronts Lear, a man with the ability to control stone. He initially refuses to join the team, but she offers him the chance to revenge on Kuratov, who tortured him while in the experiment. They then travel to a desert where they encounter Khan, an extraordinary warrior with curved swords and super speed. In the blink of an eye, he decimates a group of ruthless criminals, his expertise in combat evident with every strike. Shortly after, Lear appears and convinces the warrior to join the team to seek revenge, and he agrees. The third superhuman is named Arsus, who lives in a secluded forest and has the ability to transform into a huge and powerful bear. The last superhumans is Xenia, who has the ability to turn invisible underwater. The team finds her backstage where she briefly fights Khan. Shortly after, Lear and Arsus arrive and convince her to join them in defeating Kuratov. With all four superhumans united, the Guardians are officially formed. Xenia reveals that none of the superhumans age. Meanwhile, the military locates Kuratov, and the team is assigned their first mission, capturing him at an abandoned factory heavily guarded by his men. However, communication with the control room is suddenly cut off, leaving the superhumans to proceed on their own. Arsus transforms into a bear, and with all his strength takes down a large number of Kuratov's men, courageously moving through them, while Khan, with his unmatched skill and speed, faces the remaining enemies and eliminates them with his power. Meanwhile, Xenia infiltrates the building invisibly while Lear sneaks in covertly. However, Kuratov and his men are aware of the ambush and have set traps to capture them. Xenia is detected and frozen in place. Meanwhile, Lear is ambushed but quickly forms a rock armor, deflecting bullets and eliminating Kuratov's men with ease. Kuratov finally appears, challenging Lear to a one-on-one fight. Unfortunately, the cyborg is much stronger than expected, overpowering Lear and knocking him out effortlessly. Outside, Arsus gets caught in a special net, while Khan is knocked unconscious by an arrow from one of the soldiers. All the Guardians except Lair are captured. Kuratov offers them a chance to join him and rule the world together, but they refuse, disappointing him, so he gives them 24 hours to reconsider. Elena arrives at the factory too late, only to find Lair unconscious on the ground. Kuratov then goes to a military facility, showing that he has gathered his own army and troops. His troops unleash chaos upon the city, forcing the military to evacuate civilians. They even seize a tower that transmits signals to an old Soviet satellite. Suddenly, a military representative named Nikolai, who had leaked the ambush plan to Kuratov, appears demanding a reward. Instead, the cyborg mercilessly strangles him to death. Kuratov plans to transport the tower to a higher place, which will allow him to control every vehicle all around the world when it has reached the desirable height. Lear eventually regains consciousness and shares his sorrowful past. His powers prevent him from aging, forcing him to watch his loved ones perish over time. Shortly after, a professor who was once Kuratov's colleague approaches Elena. Aware of the threat to humanity, he decides to help her. He reveals the location of Kuratov's secret laboratory, hidden within the old factory. The team successfully rescues the remaining Guardians, while the professor attempts to cure Lear. Meanwhile, Arsus tells to Elena that he actually found Xenia 8 years ago, but decides to keep a distance as he realizes that she lost her memory. He also fears that at some point he may permanently transform into a bear, so he insists on speaking with the professor. Elena promises to help him. The professor is sent to an old factory to examine one of Kuratov's clones. However, Kuratov confronts him there and releases a poisonous gas, killing him instantly. Meanwhile, the tower is finally installed atop the Federation building in Moscow, and Kuratov begins rerouting the satellite into Earth's orbit. One of Elena's colleagues discovers Kuratov's true plan to control all communication satellites, allowing him to manipulate any vehicle in the world using the Module 1 device. Several fighter jets are sent to thwart Kuratov's plan, but as they attempt to penetrate the electromagnetic shield, they are easily destroyed. Elena finds down Khan, who had abandoned the Guardians, and convinces him to rejoin the team. To enhance their combat effectiveness, she provides them with specialized suits and weapons. Xenia's suit grants her the ability to turn invisible at will, and also makes any object she touches disappear. Arsus receives a mobile artillery system that automatically targets enemies based on their aggression. Since Kuratov neutralized Lear's power, he's given a special suit and a weapon capable of generating electromagnetic pulses. Khan's suit and weapons are upgraded, enabling him to block all incoming attacks, including bullets and blades. The team undergoes training to adapt to their new gear. They gradually learn to use their suits and weapons, effectively combining them with their unique abilities. And eventually, the team is ready for battle. With only an hour to stop Kuratov, the Guardians rush to Moscow while the military awaits their signal to launch rockets at the city. Lear battles multiple soldiers in an underground parking lot using his electric whip, while Xenia and Arsus fight their way through the chaotic streets, skillfully eliminating incoming enemies. Arsus transforms into his true bear form, allowing him to effortlessly destroy multiple robots and advance with remarkable strength and speed. They enter the building and regroup with Lear in the elevator. As they attempt to reach the transmitter tower, they are confronted by Kuratov's men. Khan jumps out of the airplane and cuts the pipe, causing all the soldiers to fall. Reaching the power source of the shield, Xenia volunteers to shut down the generator. She successfully deactivates it, causing the shield to disappear, but she is injured in the process. At the top of the tower, the Guardians face Kuratov once again, but they are still unable to defeat him, even after Xenia and Lear combine their powers. Arsus transforms into his true bear form, but the cyborg easily knocks him out. Khan attaches a grappling rope to the passing airplane and rescues the Guardians from the tower, as he learns that the military has launched the missiles. However, Kuratov takes control of the plane, forcing Khan to cut the rope, and they fall into a river. Elena arrives at the battlefield, warning them to escape as the missiles are already en route. Unfortunately, Kuratov takes control of the missiles, causing them to detonate mid-air. Elena then reveals that the Guardians can combine their energy to unleash a devastating blast, but the process is extremely risky. The superhumans channel all their energy into Lair, who then fires it directly at the tower. The explosion causes the tower and surrounding skyscrapers to collapse, sending Kuratov falling to his death. However, The blast drains the Guardians' energy, leaving them unconscious. Eventually, they recover and meet up with Elena on a bridge where the Guardians decide to live normally in the society. Before they leave, Elena reveals that she has found another Guardians. What do you guys think about this movie? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked the video, please hit the like and subscribe to the channel for more content.